HTML web page, right? So that's what we are going to see. Let me see if I am already live. 1 second, just let me check. Okay, cool. So I am live. Okay, so let's get started. Now in this particular session, what we are going to do, we are going to understand how we can add audios, videos, and all other things in our particular HTML web page, and how you are going to use it. What are the different methods? Which method is not working? Which method is working? All those things we are going to discuss here. Okay. So please do ask me a lot of questions if you have. If you have any doubts, also those. If somebody is new here, then let me tell you what is going on basically in this channel. Since CodeBeyond channel, which is by Unacademy, we are trying to create a free content, a free playlist for you guys for front-end development. So in this front-end development, what we are aiming at is basically to make you understand and make you achieve or make you upskill on all those languages which requires to get you placed in a company as a web developer or as a front-end developer. Okay, so we are starting with our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then later on we are going to see some frameworks and some libraries, and then we are going to give you also some interview questions, and that's how you're going to get prepared for your interview, right? So that is all about this particular session. If you don't know about me, then my name is Ritwik Raj, and I'm a corporate trainer, plus I'm also working as a research analyst, content strategist, and a subject matter expert in many of the tech companies. I have 3+ years of teaching experience, and I've trained graduates and corporate employees. I've trained more than 30K students till now, and it is increasing day by day. The subject which I take is mostly into front-end development, back-end languages, databases, and mostly into full stack development domain. And also I do take interview guidance. So soon I'll be coming with a session on interview tips and tricks, that how you can crack an virtual interview, right? There's a very good news for you, which is to use my code, which is RIT10, to get a free Relevel sample test paper. So do not forget to use this code RIT10 in your Relevel registration to get a free Relevel sample test paper. If you do not know what is Relevel, soon I'm going to tell you about that. But if you do know about this, go ahead and achieve this free sample test paper, because this is gonna help you in finding out what types of questions is asked in the test of Relevel. And because this test is of 1000 marks, so it's gonna be really helpful, right? So let me now tell you what is Relevel basically, if you guys are new and you do not know what is it, right? Now in your college, maybe you are from some of the college where tier 3 it is, and most of the MNC companies are not coming there to interview you and or hire you. You have also applied to 50-60 companies, but you are not getting any call back, maybe because of your degree, maybe because of your percentage, maybe because of your connections, maybe because of your college, right? Can be many reasons. So what we are going to do here is we are not judging you by your degree, by your college, or anything else. We are giving you this opportunity to get hired in MNC company by just your skill and talent without wasting any money. So basically you needed to get trained on your skills, right? So that's why these sessions are going on, and we are introducing Relevel, which is India's first test hiring platform by Unacademy. So it is helping job seekers find their dream jobs. How? On the basis of their skill and talent. How we will judge on your skill and talent? By you have to just give a free test. So the benefits which is there for Relevel is basically that you have to give a free test, and you have to score above 700 out of 1000. 1000 marks is so too much, right? And that's how this test is designed. So you have to score above 700. If you're scoring 700, then you will create a profile for you, and we'll distribute this profile to top MNCs whom we are connected with. So top 50 plus companies, including top startups and unicorns, are combined with us. We're going to deliver this particular profile of yours to them, and they are going to select it, and they are going to interview you, and you'll get hired, right? So 1000+ job positions across business development, front development, and backend development are there. And if you score less than 300, if you score less than 700, then also you have chance. So what's gonna happen is basically you are going to get 30 days, and after 30 days you can reattempt the test again. So that's what is the benefits. How to register yourself in this particular product? What you can do is, if you scroll down in my video, you can find out the link. If you click on that link, you will be able to go to relevel.com. You will have to sign up. You have to put your mobile number and the OTP, and after that you have to choose the test which you want to give. So you have skills on front end, choose that. You have skills on backend, choose that. Once you choose the test, you have to select your test date, and after that you have to book the slot. Suppose you are not booking it right now, then slots are limited, so I suggest you to book it fast. You can use my promo code in this particular window. So here you have to put your full name, email ID, birth year, current state, and then gender. After that, in the referral code, you have to put my code, which is RIT10. When you apply, you will be reaching out to this page where you can, get a bonus sample paper for the test. So you'll get an idea which kind of questions will be asked in the actual Relevel test and how you can crack that, right? So this is gonna be very helpful for you. So please do not forget to use the code to get a free sample test paper, okay? So do not waste time. Go ahead and register for Relevel because many of the students have already done it. So you don't wait. Go ahead and do it. Suppose you don't have any skill, you're not ready for the test, then please watch our playlist, watch our live sessions, look how we are actually training and how you can upskill yourself. Do that and then you'll be ready and you can register for a level, right? Perfect. So you can also join the Telegram channel because there we are going to update you when we are coming live and when these sessions are happening. So please, in the video description, you can find the Telegram link. You can click on it and you can join the channel as well. Also, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that channel is subscribed, and also you can get notifications in YouTube as well when which particular faculty or which trainer is coming live. Also, please like and share this particular video with everybody else, every of your friends, so that they get to know that this particular sessions are going for free and the playlist is totally free, so that they can also become a web developer or front-end developer. Now, the topic for today is basically multimedia. Hi Jitender, hi Balaji Ganesh. Bro, what is React Native? What is React Native? React is basically the library. React Native is something which we use to create our mobile development things. Okay, so when you are working to create something for a mobile, that's where we use React Native. So it's very easy to use because the layout and the design structure can be easily defined as per the mobile. That's where we use React Native. How long it will take to come up with the JS interview question session? 1 second, let me tell you how long it will take. Okay. So I think 28th of October, maybe by 28th to 29th, I'll be covering 2 interview questions. That's gonna be a direct 2-hour session. HTML interview questions, CSS and JS. So in 28th or 29th, we'll be covering that. We'll be seeing how we can put up questions and what questions and how to solve those interview questions. Okay. Also, not only that, there are some theory questions which is asked, and many people do not know how to actually answer those questions, right? So we can follow that. You can follow those YouTube videos which will be coming, those live sessions, because there I'll be telling you how to actually answer those questions as well, right? So there's a format how you should answer. So that's also we are going to discuss. I hope I have answered your question, Jitendra. Let's move ahead. Let's move to the multimedia, and here we are going to understand various things. So what are the things which you are going to understand? Let's understand that first. So right now you can see my Visual Studio Code. I hope you can see this. Yes. Yeah. So here what we are going to do, we have already understood registration form. We have understood forms.html. We have done table, list, everything we have done, right? But also we have also included images, right? But we have not still included audios or videos, right? So how do we do that? How do we include a video or an audio? What are the properties used for that? Basically all those things. So let's understand how we can do that, right? So here, let's create one file, and I'm just going to make it multimedia.html. Okay. And I just want to show you what all things we'll use here. So basically we'll use iframe. We will use here audio. Cool. And then we are going to use here video. And the next thing which we'll use here is embed. These are the 4 things which we'll try to understand in this particular Okay. Hi, Singh Saab. Thank you. Okay, so these four are the things which we'll try to understand in this session: iframe, audio, video, and embed. We are going to see how we can use this in our code. Okay, so for right now, I'm just going to comment this so that you get an idea. Okay, this thing we are going to understand. And here I'm going to just put one skeleton. So I'm just putting exclamation mark, hitting enter. The whole skeleton is there, right? In the document, I'm just going to write understanding multimedia. Right, and in the body I'm just going to write all the tags here. So now to understand multimedia we have to first understand what is iframe, right? So let's understand what is iframe. Iframe is basically used to display a web page within a web page. So let's say that you have a web page and inside that you want to open another web page. That's where we use iframe. We have understood that if I write here a and we write href and just say that I'm writing here https www.youtube.com. If I do this, right, what happens basically, this opens me youtube.com, that we already know, right? That we already know. So if I run this in my server, one second, let me open the server. I hope you can see my Chrome now. So we did the registration form. I'm going to close this and I'm going to paste the server link. So you can see here that we are getting the YouTube link. If I click on this, my YouTube is opening, right? That's what is happening here. So that's what is your A tag. That means this is your basically this is your anchor tag, which gives you another web page, right? But that's what I don't want here. What I want here is I want to include another web page inside my existing web page. That means inside this web page I want another web page down here so that I can scroll that and I can use it, right? How we can do that? So what I'm going to do, iframe we will use. The iframe tag, what does it do is, it's basically, so how you can use this is just write iframe, click on this, you'll be able to get all the attributes. Can you see src and frame border? So these are the two attributes which we'll be using for our iframe. So let's understand how do we include this particular web page in my src. So what I'm going to do here is I need an HTML file. So I need to find an HTML file. So let's say I'm opening registration form.html. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just write here reg form.html. This is my source which I've given. Okay. Now I can also use frame border or I can use width and height. But right now I'm just going to keep it simple. So let me show you my browser first. And now I'm going to save the file. So as you can see here that something is coming here, right? Now what is coming here? This is basically my registration form which we created just 1 hour before. If you have not watched that session, we have done a project on forms. If you have not watched that session, then please go ahead and watch it. I started it at 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. till 9:10 I think. So please go ahead and watch it because I've created this whole form. So you can see the whole web page is coming here. It's showing me the whole web page, right? And none of the content is missing. So it's showing me very clearly what is it. But the problem is this is just showing me beside YouTube. The other web page, it is just opening beside YouTube. Why? Because in my code, I have not given any command as such that it has to be shown after or before, nothing like that, right? So here I'm going to give br break, and then I'm going to give here, let's say frame border 2. Okay. Now coming back to my Chrome, let's see what is happening. So I'm going to save this. I've saved this and you can see the border here. You can see the frame border here, right? That's the border. If you can't see, have a look. 1 second, sorry. Yep, have a look. You can see this border here, right? The gray color border, right? That's what is your frame border. Here also you have that in the corner. So that's the frame border. Now imagine that I don't want this frame border and this is 100%. This is how it is looking like in a normal view. Now suppose I want to increase the width and height. So how can I do that? Let's come back to the code. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use height and width. Okay. So here directly without using the style, you can use height. You can give, let's say 200, and here you can give, let's say 300. That's how you're gonna increase the height. And imagine that also I'm writing here the title. The title is basically what is it. So let's say I'm writing here iframe sample, right? Let's go back to my Chrome and let me show you. Right now I've not saved the file, so it's not going to impact anything, but now I've saved this and you can see this is giving me the height what I wanted. I'm just going to make it much more bigger for you. Okay, so this is my particular web page which I can see here. If I click this, it will open YouTube, but this is the embedded web page. So I hope you have understood how to include a web page inside a web page, right? Okay, cool. Any questions still here? Okay, now what next? So what I'm going to do here is, if you want to give height and width in your style, you can give that. There's no problem. Don't give this style and height here. You can give it by using style property. You can do that. There's no problem. Also, if you don't want to give any border, what you can do is you can just give here something like this. Let's say style, and here you want to just give, let's say border, right? So let's say none. That's what I want. I don't want any border. Let's save this. And if you look at the output, you can see there's no border. Can you say that gray thing here? No, right? So that gray thing is not here. That means the border is not there. Okay. So if you want to bring that border, you can put border. If no, then please do not use it. Okay. The next thing, let's move ahead and see, frame border is something which is an attribute of iframe. Okay. That's why I've used here frame border. If you remember what I used here, I was just writing iframe and this was the frame border. Since this was the attribute of iframe. But if you want to give an special border or a border which you want, right? An animated border or one border which can be customized with you, right? So that you can give here in the style itself. So you can give here like border, if you have written none, you can give here 2 pixel. You can give here red. You can give here solid, right? If I go to my browser, there's a red border here of 2 pixel, right? So this was your border, how you can give. Let's come back. Let's close this, right? So that was your border. Now, suppose, you know, an iframe can be used as the target frame for a link. So you can click on any of the link and it will take you to the another web page. We can also do it using a tag. So that's not an issue. Now let's move ahead and let's see how we can include a video. Okay, this is just the iframe, how you can include a web page inside another web page. So this is not the a tag. Okay, this is something different. So do not get confused between these two. Now let's understand how we can add a video. Okay, so for video, what we will do is have a look here. You can see that in my folder, in the same web development folder, I have a video here, which is web development architecture, right? So this is a video which I have included. So here for this, what you have to do, you have to use the video tag. In SRC, I'm going to use the same name, the web development architecture. So let me open this and let me copy that same name. So that's the same name of my file. I'm going to put here mpv4, right? Because that's how you actually put a video. So I'm putting this and then I'm going to write here type. Which type is it? So the type is basically video slash mp4. Cool. Now, one second. Let's do it. Let's save this. Let's go to my browser. let's keep it in 100%. You can see here what is happening. This is the video first image which you can see. The video is starting like this and this is the video, but I'm not actually running the video. It's not getting run, right? What is happening? Let's see. Now, basically what's happening is I'm using video and this SRC will not be here. What I'll do, I'll remove this and I'll use a source tag. Now understand, if whenever I use image tag img, we use src, right? But here in video we'll not use src. What we'll do, we'll use a width. Okay, we'll give a width of 320. This is the frame which I'm setting for my video to appear, because right now we have seen that if I don't use any width and height, the whole video is taking my screen, so it's gonna look very bigger, right? So that I don't want. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write here and use here one tag. So that tag is source. Okay, in the source tag I'm going to use src. I'm going to use this particular file, going to use mp4, and here I'm going to use the type of the file. So the type of the file I'm going to give video slash mp4. Cool. And now that I have written this, the video is also closed. Let's go back to my browser and let's save this. And you can see that this is now coming, right? But you can see the video only first web page is, the first page is coming, the first screen. The video cannot be run, right? The video is not running here, right? So what you have to do, you have to write here controls. So when you write controls, it's gonna show you all the video controls. Okay, so if I go back to my web page, if I save my file, you can see all the controls here now. So what happens if I click here? You can see the video is running, right? The video is now running. So control is something which is very important in video tag. Whenever you're using video tag, you have to use controls. Whenever you use controls, these all controls can be seen, and you can make it border, you can make it small, you can choose whatever playback speed you want. These things you can speed, you can download the video, you can do picture in picture. You can see here the picture. Those all things you can do here. Okay, so that's what is controls, and that's how you can embed a video. Okay, by using the video tag. Any doubt till here? Title in iframe is just to show you the title. Okay, it's not gonna do anything. It's just the title which is getting shown. Just like how we use it title in our head, right? It just shows above in the bar that it's a title. HTML YouTube videos or HTML audio, those are our title, correct? In our case, what title we have given? In our case, we have given Understanding Multimedia. That's the title of the web page. So like that, we have the title for our iframe. That you can get it when developers will find it in the view page source. Okay, so let's move ahead. In the video, we have already seen the controls. Okay, and this is what is video, right? So let's comment this. In the same way, in the similar way, what you can do, you can also use audio. Okay, in the same similar way. So what you have to do here is you have to just use here audio. You have to give controls because that also needs control, right? And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to use here, let's say source, and in the src I'm going to give one file name. So let's say I'm giving here the same file name, but this is mp4. So you have to select a particular file which is having one mp3 file. Okay, because mp3s are audio file, mp4 is video, so you can't use that. We'll use web.mp3. I don't have any such particular files. It's not gonna give, or it's not going to load any file, but you can, use any songs. If any songs are there in your system, I don't have any, or let me search if any audio file is there once again. I don't think I have any audio files. So you can use .mp3 any file, and what you can do is you can just write type, and here the type you can give audio now, because in video we have given already video. So here audio dot audio slash mp3. That's what you have to give. Close this. Audio controls, everything is done. Now let's go back to my browser. I'm gonna show you my browser. Let's save this, and you can see that there's an audio control here, right? Because web.mp3 is not a file which is there in my folder, so that's why it's not working. But if you put any mp3 file, when you click on this play button, that song is gonna play, or that mp3 file will get played. Okay, normally we use this audio thing in our web pages. When there are some web pages like maybe your portfolio, when you go to your paid portfolio, you want your mp3 voice over should be there, the voice over, right? Some people do try to record their voice, so that whenever somebody goes to their web page, that voiceover should be heard by the user. Okay, and it is very interesting because user can experience the audio and he can also see the web page, so that looks very interesting. That's why we use audio. The video tag, we already know why do we use it. We use it to basically include a video, a YouTube video or any kind of video in your web page, right? So that the other person can see, okay, this is the video that my particular web page is referring to, and they want me to see it. So that's all about video and audio. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use something else, right? And in that, what we are going to see is the embed. Okay, so let's see how we can use that. Okay, before that, let's say that you want to include some YouTube video. So how you're going to do that? So let's say that I have this YouTube video. I have this YouTube which I'm opening, and let's say I'm going to my CodeBeyond channel and going to my playlist. Gonna scroll down. Gonna open. Let's say I am opening this project CSS, right? This I did earlier. This I did, I think, on 21st October. This was one of the project which I created. And here you can see that this is the file, right? But this file is really very big because why? I am inside a playlist. So let's not use that. I will directly choose some video from the this thing, from the video section. Okay, let's say this is the video. So you can see this link here. How we can incorporate this video in our web page. How we can show this web page in our this video in our web page. So I don't want the whole web page to come. If I copy this whole web page and if I put it in a tag, the whole web page will come, right? The whole youtube.com will come, but I don't want the whole youtube.com. I just want this video. So how can you embed this particular video only, right? That's what we are going to learn now. So what we are going to do here is we will use iframe itself. Okay, in iframe, let's give the width. So let's say I'm giving here 420, and in the height, let's say I'm giving 315. Okay, and in this I'm going to give source. So in the source you have to give the YouTube file, but when you're giving the YouTube file, you have to be very, one second, I think I'm showing you the Chrome, right? Yeah, here you see I've used iframe, I've used width, and I've used height, I've used src. In this src I'm going to give the name of the video or the link of the video which I want to put it here. Okay, so let's say you can see this link. In this link you have to give this particular part, right? You can see this code here, right? So if I select this, you can see this code, right? What you have to do, copy this whole code and put it inside this source. Okay, now you have to do some editing in this link, because if you use this link, this is not going to work. Let's say I'm running this itself. Let's say I'm closing this, hitting enter. Let's save this. Let's go back to my browser. You can see how I've done. I've directly copied the link and I've pasted here. I've not edited anything here. Okay, so I've just saved it, and now let's see what is happening in my browser. So you can see what it says: www.youtube.com refused to connect. It is not allowing me to connect to the whole web page of youtube.com. So how it's gonna happen? How it's gonna run? So what I'm going to do here is, in this youtube.com link, I'm going to do some changes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this particular thing from here till here. I'm going to just write embed, okay? And I'm going to give a slash here. The next thing is the time, so I'm going to remove the time also. So only this much I've written. I have just used the code which is particularly or individually for that video. So I'm using that code here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save this and let's see whether this is working or not. 1 second. Okay, so let's go back to my browser and you can see that this video is coming, right? So what is happening? Why this was not coming when I was putting the whole link, and why is it now coming when I'm putting embed kind of thing, right? And it's working also, you can see it's running. And the whole control is of YouTube. The control is not of video tag. Video tag controls were different. This control is of YouTube, right? So what's happening? Basically what is happening is I'm using iframe and I'm saying that, hey iframe, you have to put my video in a width and height of this position, and also you have to take the source from youtube.com, but the only thing which you have to do is you have to embed this code instead of another code. You don't have to use your own thing, you have to use YouTube this code. So when the iframe tag uses this code, I'm telling to embed, right? Embed means embed this code inside iframe. So in this code my whole video is there, and that's what is happening here, right? So I hope you've understood this, how to include my video, how to include any video in the browser. Now what I want, let's say that, right now what is happening when I'm saving, it is just showing me that YouTube link, right? It's not opening. So when I'm clicking it, then only it will open, right? How can I make that if I reload this web page, this video is gonna start playing? You must have seen in many web pages, if you go to any kind of edtech companies platform, right? When you see there'll be videos available and that video will start running. You have not played it, but it starts auto playing, right? So how we can do that? How we can make it autoplay? That's what, let's see how we can do that. So after this code, what you have to do, you have to give a question mark. You have to give a question mark because this embedding is done to the YouTube. So now I can't write all those features to my iframe tag, but I have to include all those features to my src, to the YouTube file. So I'm going to put here what? I'm going to put here autoplay. And in the autoplay, I'm going to give here 1. Okay. And also I'm going to put mute and I'm going to say 1. What is happening? Here I'm saying that this video should be in autoplay mode. 1 is true, so it is an autoplay mode, and also it should be muted, right? Let's go back to my browser. Let's save this file. It's running. I have not clicked and it's on mute, right? It's running automatically. Even if I reload, I'm not doing anything. It's automatically running, right? And it's on mute. So that's how in a web page you can include the video and you can make it run without any problem. Okay. Let's say you want to include a YouTube playlist. So we'll try to see that also, but let's first see. Jatin Soni, sir, why are you teaching now? India versus Pak. You can see the video again later on. You can watch India versus Pakistan. That's fine. That's not a problem. Everybody is watching it and that's really interesting. But I'm just creating this video so that the video can be there for you in the later period of time. Tomorrow, if you are seeing and you are seeing that I have not taken any videos, then also you will complain, right? So that's why I'm just keeping this video. This video will be there in the playlist so that you can watch it tomorrow, right? So don't worry, just go ahead and if somebody wants to learn now, you can learn, you can ask me doubts, but that's okay. I have no issues. Okay, perfect. So let's move ahead. Let's see what else we can do, because we have seen how to include a YouTube video, but now we have to see how we can include a playlist as well, right? So let's say that I have a playlist and I'm going to the playlist. I'm going to the playlist list. Okay, this is my playlist list and this is the code which is for that playlist list, right? This is the whole link which is for that playlist. So how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to create this, right? So let's see. So what you can do is you can create a list of videos, okay, and you can put it in a loop, okay. So that also you can do, or otherwise what we will try, let's say that I'm copying this particular link, okay, and I'll just put it here, or let me just do a copy paste. Now let me copy this link.